let's say we set the variable a to be equal to 5 and b is equal to 7. With these variables being set this way, what is going to be the value of a times b minus 3? And I'll give you a few seconds for you to think about that. Well, everywhere we see an a, we need to replace it with a 5. And everywhere we see a b, we need to replace it with a 7. So this expression is going to evaluate to, instead of an a, we have a 5. And so it's going to be 5 times b. b is 7. So 5 times 7 minus 3. 5 times 7 minus 3. Order of operations, you want to do your multiplication first. 5 times 7 is 35. From that, you subtract 3. 35 minus 3 is 32. So this evaluated out to 32. Let's do another one. Let's say that the variable x is equal to -1. The variable y is equal to 2. And let's throw another variable in there. Let's say the variable z is equal to 4. And given the way that we've set this x, y, and z's, what would be the value of the expression x times y plus, let's throw in a z times y squared. Z times, let me write it this way, z times y squared. And then from that, let's just subtract another x. So, and actually, let's not be finished here. Let's add, and then we're going to add 1 to the value of what we have already. So plus 1. So what would be the value of this expression? A little bit more complicated, but I think you can figure it out. What is going to be the value of this expression? This is going to be equal to what? Well, once again, everywhere we see an x, replace it with -1. Everywhere we see a y, replace it with 2. Everywhere we see a z, replace it with 4. So this is going to be equal to, x is -1, so it's going to be -1 times y. Y is 2, so it's going to be -1 times 2 plus z. Z is 4, plus 4 times y squared. Y is 2, so it's going to be 4 times 2 squared. That's the y squared right over there. And then we have minus x. So we have minus x. X is -1, minus -1. And then we have plus 1. Plus 1. And now, order of operations, you want to do our multiplication. So -1 times 2, that's going to be -2. And to that, we're going to add, well, what's 2 squared? 2 squared, this right over here is going to be 4. And you have 4 times 4. I'll do that in this green color. 4 times 4, that right over there, that's 16. And then over here we have negative, or we're subtracting -1, or -1. Well, these negatives cancel out. That just becomes a + 1. So this part right over here just becomes a + 1. And then you're just adding 1 again right over there. So plus 1. And now, so -2 plus 16 is +14. Plus 1 is 15. Plus 1 is 16. So this all evaluates to 16.